Welcome to the Storm Shelter Cinema at Arlington High School, the movie review show where judgment is our greatest weapon. Today we'll be reviewing Napoleon Dynamite, released in 2004, directed by Jared Hess. I'm Logan, and I'm joined by my co-host, Corbin.
Napoleon Dynamite is a quirky comedy that follows the life of awkward high school student Napoleon. With his different sense of style and personality, he takes on the challenges of teenage life, friendship, and family dynamics, and school crushes. The film is known for its dry humor and memorable characters showcasing Napoleon's journey to find his place in the world while embracing himself.
I consider the implicit meaning behind Napoleon Dynamite being even the lowest people in society are able to succeed, and we all have something to offer to the world as an individual. Napoleon, being what most people would consider a dork or a loser, ended up being the reason why his friend Pedro won school president. Even though he looks weird to his peers and isn't considered a popular person in his school, he was willing to dance at the school election for Pedro's skit at the last minute. Due to Pedro not being aware of the skit, Napoleon went from the beginning of the film not having any real friends and being seen as weird to the end where he danced like a pro and won almost everyone's vote for Pedro as school president. In the end, seeing how things changed for both Napoleon and Pedro added to the implicit meaning. In a certain way, this film gives off the impression that you should never judge a book by its cover.
The best element that stands out is the camera work, which contributes to the film's weird and wacky tone. The cinematography, with the use of static shots and intentional pacing, enhances the comedic and often awkward situations faced by Napoleon and other characters. The opening scene starts off with the camera remaining static as Napoleon rides his bike through Idaho. This choice of camera work shows us that he is isolated but also at peace in this moment.
After watching Napoleon Dynamite, I thought it was an odd movie but enjoyable film. The film did feel slow and a bit long at first, but near the end it felt a bit faster. The dry humor throughout the film was obvious, though. At certain points in the film, it seemed in some ways more depressing than funny. John Heder does well at portraying what I would consider the school loser or weirdo. He definitely gave off odd energy throughout times within the film, and I'd say he successfully managed to capture the phrase, "Don't judge a book by its cover," when he played Napoleon. Pedro also added a bit of comedy to plenty of the scenes throughout the movie. The way he is set up as a character made the film to be a bit better. Overall, I'd say this movie wasn't terrible. However, it wasn't the greatest either. I'd say I'd give it 2 thumbs up.
Honestly, I felt that the movie was pretty good too, though. I did feel at times, like you said, it did feel a little slow, but the film definitely made up with it with a few of its jokes, and the storyline was pretty good. I really appreciate what they tried to do with the film.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel, though. How'd you feel about it?
It was a very strange movie from the get-go. I had no idea what I was getting into when I watched that film. It just didn't, like, for me, I guess it's because I'm more into like actions and more other forms of comedy movies. So for me, it wasn't, like I said, the greatest, but it was surprising to me how it kind of turned itself around near the ending. Because the ending still makes me laugh. But, yeah, I mean, it was a decent movie.
Yeah, I really did think it was a great movie. But thank you for joining us today on Storm Shelter Cinema. We reviewed Napoleon Dynamite, a film released in 2004, directed by Jared Hess. I'm Corbin, and I give this film a thumbs up. My co-host Logan gives it a thumbs up also. We both give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time at the movies.